Oh my God, friends, the time has come. This is Byron. If you don't know me, please like, comment, and subscribe. We are here to discuss, well, it's not RuPaul Drag Race, but it is the new Love Boat. And I forget the channel it comes on, but I believe it's CBS. And we're going to be discussing episodes 4 and 5. I do know Jerry O'Connell and his wife directs it. And yes, I have been drinking the sauce a little bit. As you know, I'm still dressed as I am. And if you saw my previous video, it has been my 1-year anniversary of being on YouTube. So anyway, the real Love Boat starts out in Barcelona. So they're taking one of my dream trips. So you guys know I'm single. And if we ever to wed, the perfect honeymoon would be a Mediterranean cruise. So anyway, they are on a Mediterranean cruise, and it starts in Barcelona. So let's just get with the at the end of the thing. Of course, the ultimate prize is to definitely find love. You know, you guys know that I am huge on love. I've reviewed a lot of shows that are surrounded by love, and hopefully they come back with 12 Days of Christmas that usually airs on HBO Max, and I'll give you some of that hopefully in a month or two. The prize is, like I said, hopefully the ultimate prize is love, but the cash prize is $50,000 and a luxury trip for two on the Princess Cruises, which I've only been on one cruise. It was a Royal Caribbean cruise, which was very nice. The people aboard was like, yeah, it was a small ship, but you know what? If you have nothing to compare something to, then it's like the best thing in the world. But anyway, looking at this Princess Cruise, there are other people on the cruise, which I guess I picked like an off-season time to go somewhere because there's people on the cruise, but there's not that many, or they're really good at shooting them out or blocking things off, or where those people are. And I will say this, even though as of episode 2, I am enjoying the show, if they were limiting me on things that I need to do, y'all need to give me some money back on my cruise, because from what I hear, Princess Cruises are not cheap. But anywho, I'm just gonna get into it. You know, there's like 10 contestants, 5 girls, 5 guys that starts out the show, so I won't get into a lot of them, but I will say this: they at an icebreaker, which they call the catch of the day, and most of them were just doing pretty regular things like songs, dances, and poise. But what Michael does kind of stands out a little bit to me, because I don't think that it was the right thing to do at that particular time. He goes, even though it's the truth, he was going how, I guess not that he was a bad boyfriend, but like all of the things that he wronged in the past in his relationships, he kind of owned up to him and said, okay, well, I went to therapy, I worked on them, and this, that, the other, which definitely speak volumes. But when you're at an icebreaker, you want to take the thing that sets you aside, one, from other people, and 2, you want to be your best self. So even though you can say, you know what, I can admit that I was wrong, I did something about it, and I moved in the right direction, which is so acceptable. But to put your best foot forward, you want to just do the best quality of you, and then you can explain that situation to a one-on-one with somebody. I definitely wouldn't have did it within the group, but you know what, to each his own. He did it. He was proud of it. There it was. So anyway, if you're watching the show, you know they go through competitions and this, that, the other. So the icebreaker was a competition. And Elisa, she won it with her Pilates pose and this, that, the other. And of course, she was probably going to get, I don't know if the men were voting for the women only and the women were only voting for the men, her Pilates pose with the bits and the splits and the this and the that, yeah, hands down. So anyway, she wins, and I will say to you, friends, that I'm looking down a little bit more than normal, because you know, one of my things for my 1 year anniversary on YouTube was buy a ring light, which you guys can kind of see in the background there. But the problem with the ring light is, and I guess I have to start working on it, that it's so bright that it's blinding as I look at the camera for a long period of time. So just please work with me. And I was drinking the sauce. So anyway, at the sail away, and I'm kind of getting through the episode because, of course, it's a recap. Not like, yeah, it's like a little bit of a recap, but I like to just review the stuff that I wanted to talk about in the episode. So, at the sail away is where the elimination happens. And, of course, like, it's like any other dating show. They have their this and that, and, you know, it's a typical dating show, but it's happening on a cruise. So, since Elisa won the sail away, she got to pick her person that she wanted to pair with first, and she picked Michael. Okay, fine. I honestly didn't think he was going to get picked, because if you already, again, it all depends on how you took it. She took it the way that he meant for it to be. She chose him. So anyway, and you know, I look down because I have my handy dandy notes. No, she didn't pick Michael. I'm sorry. Elisa picked Nathan. She went on a date with both Michael and Nathan. And here's the thing. Her date with Michael was with the captain, which I thought went really well. And she was in like the pool jacuzzi area with Nathan, which I thought that didn't really go anywhere at all. And for whatever reason, she still picked him because she felt like she needed to get to know him better. But his answers to her questions were so stupid. But he's 24, so take your own judgment. But anyway, Michael and Forrest, they left. Or Forrest or Forrester. One of the two. Anyway, he was out of there. All right, they are sailing on. The next place is Rock or Gibraltar. Gibraltar. And Brett and Brooke are talking, and he wants kids about 4 or 5, and she, okay, so they sail to Gibraltar, and before they get there, they kind of like go through the conversations, like you've seen the show, and Brett and Brooke's conversation, like, they're talking. They talk kids. They're talking about kids. He says he wants about 4 or 5, so you can tell he wants a big family. And she goes, "Oh, I long for dogs." Like, she's 35, and I think he was younger than her, or somewhere around the age she was. So maybe he was 30 or something like that. Anyway, I know she was older than him. She, I believe, is the oldest woman that's there. And my thing is this. In the show, like, you guys seen the show, so I don't want to really give it away as fast, but I'm just going to speak what I want to speak. So if you're talking to somebody and they're definitely like, he definitely want kids, like he was adamant about having kids. It was not like a thing to negotiate. And she says, "Oh, I'd rather have," pretty much in a sense, "I'd rather have dogs." And I mean, and she round about it. She was like, "Oh, well, I want to be with my guy for a couple of years." And this and the other was like, "Okay, so you're 35. You're already at the end of the best years for bearing children." And, you know, scientifically, it is what it is. And if she wants to wait a few more years, would get her somewhere between 38 and 40. And yeah, anyway. And she was surprised, and I'm going to jump ahead, because he went home unwell. Because he knew that the only connection at that time he had was with her, because he pretty much like invested all of his time with her. And that wasn't going to go anywhere. So why bother? But anyway, a new girl comes in. Oh, they have a challenge. It's the honesty challenge. Anyway, they kind of go up the mountain of Gibraltar, and along the way they have these questions and this, that, the other. Okay, fine, but they learn about one another as they go, and one of the things were, of course, relationship, people you slept with, this, that, the other. Anyway, Brooke and Brett won. Which again, I'm gonna jump a little bit forward. I honestly don't think, even though the men were in control, I don't think that since they won as a couple, even though the men were in power, I think Brooke should have been still safe because he went home. And I don't think he was safe because, I don't think she was safe because he probably wasn't gonna pick her. He left because he was like, okay, she don't want kids, I'm out of here. Nathan says Elisa doesn't want to, let's see. Nathan says he doesn't want to be someone. Okay. Oh, and along the way of the challenge, one of the questions Nathan asked the jock, I don't know if he's dumb, I'm just going to say the jock. Did she ever cheat on someone? She said once. Her cheating was kissing. She did confess to her boyfriend and this and the other. Anyway, long story short, a new girl, Kendra, comes in. She says she has a thing for bad boys. Jordan, so disrespectful. He's with oh girl, Nicole. It's like, can you not tone it down? I mean, like, do you really need to get that much television airtime that you gotta act like that when someone new comes in that you can't control yourself when you're already coupled with someone else? Like, anyway, but as he said in the episode, you know, their time is precious. So if you're not going for whatever you want to go for at that particular moment, you may lose your opportunity. Old boy probably got sent home because of it. So Michael, you know, he didn't want to interrupt Nathan and Elisa's date. It's like, maybe you should have, because after what you confessed and she picked you and she was the winner, she could pick any of them that she wanted and it was you. Yeah, well, maybe Jordan is on to something. Nathan's a little bit into it too, but I don't know if the feeling was mutual. I told you that Brett left unwell. The sail away comes and it's like, oh, it's a surprise. This new guy comes in. Okay, he came in. Here's the thing. Like, I don't understand why Brooke was so pissed that the guy picked Nicole. He's 25. She's 24, 35. She seems way too serious for this guy. He's goofy as hell. Girl, bye. You know what? Nathan chooses Elisa. He wants to, like, get more into figuring out what the hell went on with the one-time cheating. You know what, friends? This is Byron. We're 1 year into it. We're going to follow this love boat thing. Y'all know I am a sucker for love. So, anyway, and I am single. And in the whole thing of love, if you made it this far to the video, I actually watch a Instagram show called Shoot Your Shot on Wednesday. It's Lamont White. He is the day dating coach on Instagram. I believe that's his screen name. And on Wednesday, he goes live 9 o'clock Eastern time. So here in Central time, it's 8 o'clock. And on the West Coast, I believe it's like 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. But anyway, yeah, they 3 hours. So 6 o'clock. Anyway, it's a really great show that men get to come and shoot their shots in the name of love. Shots in the name of love. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see me every time I post a new video, hit the notification bell. I will see you in the next video.